This is your instructor Joy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your nice questions, comments, donations, and booking lessons with me. Today we are going to talk about the fine tuners. Fine tuners are these ones. There's a lot of different opinions about that. Should we have fine tuners, or if so, how many fine tuners are correct amount? Is having fine tuners a taboo among professionals? Because a lot of professional violinists tend to have only one or two. Am I allowed to have more than that? And so on. So before anybody tells you anything is right for you, I encourage all of you to try yourself until you're satisfied, because it's very personal. It differs from one violinist to the next. It might work for one violinist. That does not mean that works for the other violinist. So you have to try yourself and keep your ears really wide open, and just really go through a couple of lists what you're after, and only when you're satisfied, then that will be the right answer for you, regardless what others say. In my experience, I am very happy with this tailpiece. This tailpiece. This is metal tailpiece. As you can see, I have 4 fine tuners built in. Contrary to many other violinists and luthiers, I am very happy with that. The reason being is it's very practical. It allows me to be in tune with a minimum of time waste. And number 2, it sounds better. It resonates better. It just responds better than my other wooden tailpieces that I used to have. Those wooden tailpieces that I had was made of ebony and rosewood. I know also there are other tailpieces made of different wood. But I'll tell you how I got to the idea of trying this metal tailpiece with 4 fine tuners built in. When I was studying, my professors had only wooden tailpiece with 1 fine tuner on an E, and then when I went to concert, all other masters of violin soloists had only 1 fine tuner built in, and people or luthiers told me that I should do exactly the same, so I did it. But then when I was in an orchestral rehearsal, or when I'm playing a concert myself as a soloist, sometimes when the weather is unfriendly, temperature, humidity wise, it takes longer time to adjust your pegs to be in tune. Not only it's a waste of time, but also sometimes if you're not a soloist, but if you're rather sitting in orchestra, just that much time is not given to you to make your violin in tune. So I find it, for the practical reason, it's better if I have 2 fine tuners instead of 1. So that's how I started. I installed 2 fine tuners, not this one, when I had a wooden tailpiece. And then I was able to tune my violin quicker than my other colleagues in orchestra. And I realized, that's practical. And then when I was searching for better resonance, better sounding violin, I realized metal tailpiece actually helps the sound even better. It allows a violin to resonate bigger, and in general, it's just very positive. Has very positive impact when it comes to violin resonance and sound. Even though a lot of luthiers say the opposite, my experience with my last 3 violins were very positive with metal tailpiece. So ever since I'm using metal tailpiece. Not only so, I also like to have all 4 fine tuners. This particular one is called Vittner metal tailpiece with built-in fine tuners. It's spelled Wittner. I wasn't really interested to have all 4 fine tuners. I was happy with 2 fine tuners, but I liked the sound of metal tailpiece, so I got this one. Since it's all 4 fine tuners built in, I just used it, and then I realized this is amazing. I wished I had discovered it earlier, then I would have saved so much time tuning in or adjusting your strings so that you can play in tune. Because, as you know, even when you tune your violin, depending on the condition of the hole where you are, depending on the temperature, humidity, strings do go out of tune. But if you can only tune it with the pegs, it takes longer. Whereas with a fine tuner, you can just hit and then just precisely you can tune it back in a very minimum time usage. So I thought, this is great. You know, you have higher chance to be in tune, and then you can have higher chance to be even more precise with every single moment. This was all win-win. Not only that, the metal tailpiece allows my violin to resonate even better. So it was a very positive experience. I do know that some luthiers or violinists claim that the length of the string from the tailpiece to bridge cannot be shortened because it has a negative effect, or the tailpiece has to be made of wood, otherwise it has negative effect, and so on. I'm not a luthier, but I am a violinist who have mature ears, and I have tested over many years. In my experience, the length of the string, even when I had not built-in fine tuners but installed the fine tuners, that means the length of the string got shorter, it did not have impact on sound. At least I could not tell, nor my audience could not tell. So so far I cannot agree with that. But what is sure is when I have fine tuners, whether built-in or installed, I can tune quicker and more precise. That's already good, and metal tailpiece certainly helped my violin sounding to be more resonant. So I hope you try that one yourself, and try until you are satisfied. Don't let whomever expert says whatever it is the right way, but you have to try it yourself and see. Make decision really with your ears wide open. What is the best fine tuner decision for you? Yeah. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Please subscribe and share my videos. Bye bye.